Hey guys. Um, Today I just wanted to make a video about how fucking scared I am for Donald Trump to become president in the case that he does. I mean, both that are running really scares me. Hillary Clinton, I think, is a shady bitch. I think, money and power really go a long way in elections, and that's the only way Donald Trump has come as far as he has. I mean, he terrifies me. He's misogynistic, and he honestly is, straight up terrifying. The other night when they had his daughter speak and his wife speak, and it was absolutely terrifying. They were straight up, you could tell, were fake as hell. Ivanka's speech was hands down. How was that not plagiarized? Or copied, or whatever you want to say. It was exactly the same speech that Miss Obama gave. And, it drives me nuts that someone, just because they have money, can make it as far as he has in an election. Our next president, or a president in general, needs to be eloquent. They need to be respectful. They need to be mature. They need to not have a hot temper like Donald Trump has. If anyone... Rosie O'Donnell. Look at that feud a few years ago with him and Rosie O'Donnell. It's Rosie O'Donnell. Seriously. And he's calling her a fat pig, and he's calling her all these awful names. Although, she said some horrible things about him. But the point is, our next president needs to hold his temper and know when not to mess with anybody. I just think about, the future, and God forbid North Korea, makes Donald Trump mad, and, he's in charge of our armed forces, will nuke them or something. He is a man that doesn't think. He has the verbal diarrhea, much like I have myself. But, for a presidential candidate, it just sickens me that the man has come as far as he has. It's like, he's racist. I don't care what anyone says. The awful things he said about Mexicans, and, about how we need to seal our borders, and he's going to build a wall, and all these, I am sorry if you're from Texas, but all these people, hell yeah, and our guns, and our, it's like... It just makes me sick sometimes. And, the speech that his daughter gave about how, all the women in his company have long made more money than men, and da-da-da. It's just a bunch of shit. And, anyone with half a brain can read through that. And it's just terrifying to think that he's gained as much momentum as he has, and someone like Bernie Sanders has fizzled out. And I'm surprised. I'm from Vermont myself, obviously, and obviously I was rooting for Bernie just because he is a man that thinks not only about the lower class, but he also knows what it takes to be a president. I just hope people smarten up and they don't vote for him. And I don't want Hillary Clinton either. So I'm moving to damn Canada if they'll take me, or some other country. Look at all these other countries. And, women that have children have weeks of paid, maternity leave and universal health care. And, I'm going through Obama's shit right now about health care. And, apparently I make too much for Medicaid or whatever. I bring home maybe $1,300 a month, and I make $12.50 an hour. Think about that, and how expensive Vermont is. And in order for me to get my health care at work, it would take a huge chunk out of my paycheck. Some days I just don't know what to do. I feel like running and hiding and moving to Switzerland, or I don't know. But please, for the love of God, don't vote for Trump. That's all I gotta say.